Alright, so here's the thing that I have figured out about this carb. Other videos, I think Ron Walters is the other video, he did this fix on this side, and when you take this apart, there's that big gap around the barrel on this side of the carburetor. A lot of air infiltration there. Really messes with the mix because the air goes in around the needle and doesn't draw fuel up. But if you watched while this was running today, it would get running really rough, and then I'd carefully drip a little bit of oil on the C-clip here. You rotate that a bit more. I'd drip a bit of oil on the C-clip, and it would suddenly start running a bunch smoother. And the reason for that is that C-clip and the is on the fuel side. So if there's air leaking in around that C-clip, then it isn't drawing fuel up and across into the needle, it's drawing air out the needle. So every time I had an issue and I dripped a little oil there and it ran better, I think that's because there's too much air leaking around the C-clip. And that's the only place left in the carb that's got a possibility for an air leak. Because, and I think I've said this before, because the machining on these is so minimal, there's just a lot of variation in them, and so there's a good chance that other people will get these and there won't be as big an air leak there. I did notice when I was filling it up earlier that when the fuel pushes around up here, it does come out and leak around that C-clip or E-clip or whatever you want to call it. So the fuel runs out that way, probably air getting in there. I think that what I'm going to do, because that's so small, I am just going to get a very small amount of probably Vaseline or some other very thick grease and apply it on the outside around that clip area, so it's on the very outside, and that way the minimal air that's leaking in there is going to get blocked from the outside and it won't be drawn in through the needle so quickly. So that I think is going to be the fix for that. So another thing is I just had this running, and at some point it vibrated in such a way that it popped the cover off of the ignition module, and it kept running with the cover off, and as you can see, the ignition module is all just set in resin, so the oil that gets down on there doesn't affect anything, but that's part of the reason that these things can overheat, is if you get them, resin doesn't sink heat very well. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do something about that. I'm probably gonna get it fixed in there because this is the only one that's still loose. The others I had glued in place under their engines. So yeah, one more fix on the ET8, and maybe with that last little touch, it'll be the last air leak that I'm chasing on that carburetor.